Hello, everyone. I'm going to do an introduction video for those of you who are absolutely brand new to me and have no idea what I do. My name is Joshua, like the boy, and I am a parenting coach and early childhood consultant. And what that essentially means is I support the growth and the development of a young child, helping them navigate life, but more importantly, experiencing joy. So that means anyone that comes in contact with the child, I help support. Little known fact, most of my little clients have no idea I exist. So yep, about 95% of my kid clients never meet me, never see me, never hear about me. And that's because I can coach parents or teachers behind the scene to support these kids to get a better sense of where they're coming from and to interpret a lot of their reactions, whether it's excess joy, silence, fear, fatigue, anxiety, stubbornness, my way or the highway, you name it. I can hear and ask, and I'll ask you a lot of questions about this child, your child or your student, and I can get a sense of how your kid reads the world. And that's where I create the template to help you respond in a way that gives you forward progress. So in a nutshell, that's what I do. So if you're wondering, how do I do this? Option A, Zoom calls. We do weekly Zoom calls with the parents or caretakers or teachers, whomever it is, and we create strategy about the hardest moments in a child's life. So if it's your morning transition, if it's hearing the word no, if it's getting dressed, if it's eating, if it's issues with using the restroom, I will help you prioritize where we should support your child, so that we can kind of create this domino effect, because you can't coach everything all the time. It overwhelms you because that's probably what you're doing, and it really overwhelms the child. So we create this hierarchy of needs, and I'll say, we're going to use this behavior, we're going to coach this, and that should give us momentum to shift all these other things in a much easier, more fluid way. The next way that I can support you is I do home visits. What does that mean? That means I come into your home, you present me as your friend or someone who's just coming to visit or somebody who talks about kids, and then you see me coach your kid in real time. So I will give you tips as to how to coach while I'm there, but you'll also get to see me and how I manage your kids' reactions, especially for people who have kids who have very high, passionate, big meltdowns, reactions. You'll see how I handle it. You'll also get a sense of what I coach and what I don't coach. And lastly, well, maybe not lastly, third is I go and do school observations. When I go to do school observations, I'm able to objectively look at your kid, how they interact with other children, how they interact with teachers, how they interact with materials. Then I look at it the other way. How do other children interact with your child? Do they or don't they? Which materials really engage your kid and challenge them? Which can your kid just not read at all? And also, which teachers are they drawn to and why are they drawn to them? So I try to figure out, is it what the teacher says? Is it personality? Is it pacing? So all of this information I collect, and that's how we're able to create a strategic plan. So if we're in the school, the strategic plan goes to the teachers as well as the home. So we're balancing out our coaching from both ends. That also means if they are connected to a therapist, speech, OT, hearing, whatever it is that is also being supported, I gather all of that data so that we're all on the same page and we can track forward progress. Lastly, schools just hire me to train teachers or do parent talks. And that is based on what the school needs or what that parent group needs. So yes, there are private parent groups who have hired me. So I go to the homes and I meet with some parents on a regular basis. And there's other times where I meet with those parents on a school site. So that's a quick introduction to me. As you can see, I'm enthusiastic and an optimist, and I feel that everyone can really get a head start in life if you get empathic, enthusiastic support at the beginning, whether or not you have a diagnosis or not. If your kid is struggling, why not give them some help? Because remember, the earlier we do it, they won't remember it. They'll just reap the benefits, but they won't remember all this behind the scenes work that we are doing on their behalf. I hope all of you are well. Please feel free to send me an email if you have questions, info@askthechildwhisperer.com. Or if you'd like to DM me on Instagram, feel free to do so there. And that's also at Ask the Child Whisperer. Have a great rest of the day. And it was wonderful getting to meet you virtually.